Now, sometimes we think everybody ought to act just alike. If you're Christian, everybody said, well, we're saved alike, we ought to act alike. Well, there's difference in the way people act. Now, there's a difference in the way people act before they get saved. You know, you see people before they're saved. I've seen people that it didn't seem to be any job to them whatsoever to be joyous or happy or just seem like they have all the peace in the world and kind of happy-go-lucky type. And it's no job, it's no problem to them whatsoever. And then you can see others that before they're saved, they're kind of like me. They're cold and drab, you know, and look like they lost their best friend every day. And it seems like if they're have any joy at all, it's something they've got to really work at to get it out of them. But you see now, once we're born again and once we're saved, these same characteristics flow over into the Christian life. If you was full of joy and happiness and had lots of peace before you're saved, then even after you're saved, then that's going to be more so after that you're saved. So a person that's been cold and drab, probably that's too's going to flow over into their Christian life. Now, they're not going to be like everybody else. Everybody is different. And therefore, there's no use to you thinking, well, I wish I was happy and just have all joy and just loaded with peace. It seems like somebody else has. Well, you're a different person. You think about what they might have been before they got saved and what you were before you got saved, and you see those characteristics that fall over or come over into your Christian life. And therefore, there's nothing wrong with the fact that you're saved. You're just as saved as anybody else is. You just don't have that zeal and zest that other people have brought over into their Christian life. Now, some people that doesn't have it, they get it after they're saved. I mean, it really begins to kindle up in their life. It's been there all the time, but it's just brought out by their conversion and the Holy Spirit in their life. It brings out of their life that joy and happiness and peace. Now, it's good for everybody to be concerned about their spiritual standing. It's good to be maybe dissatisfied with it up to a point. But don't let you, just because you don't act like somebody else acts, don't think, well, you're not saved, just as much saved as they are, because you probably are. But then they don't act like you act either, you see, because there's two different kind of people here. Now, regardless to what kind of person we were before or even after that we're saved, there's some things we need to realize as Christians this morning, and I believe, as I said, this is a time when God is needing and wanting strong Christians. That's people who are about the Father's business, about doing the business of the Father. Jesus just said now, everybody that saith, Lord, Lord's not going to enter in. Now that's plain and it's simple and it's easy to understand. Everyone that saith, Lord, Lord, is not going to enter in to the kingdom of heaven. But it's going to be the person that's on the rock. We could say that's on the beam. We could say that's in the light. We could say that's under the blood. We could say that's in righteousness. We could say it's on the highway of holiness. So we could say lots of things this morning. But you see, there are some characteristics that must follow the person that's really born again, and I believe we ought to be able to tell that today. Saved people are people that are different. They are different because they're saved. The things they used to love, they now hate. Now, that's not hard to understand. It's a little hard once you're just been saved, And you said, now look here what the Lord said. He said, now the things I used to love, I'm supposed to hate. Well, I used to love my wife, and I used to love my children, and I'm not supposed to dislike them now since I got saved. No, that's right. But the Lord's talking about those things that are evil things and those things that keep you defeated in that of your Christian life. Those are the things that you are to hate.